How you doing, everybody? Welcome to my channel, Hiking Exploring with Jim. I've got these are the last of my bottles I have left to pack. I thought I would show you a few. This is the last of them. So I want to talk to you about pop bottles and the different paints. This one here was in the 20s. This one here would be in the 30s, possibly 40s. But when they started putting the paint on, it wasn't the best paint. I sent a bottle recently to Ian in Scotland, a friend of mine, and well, his has more of the paint on the back. This one here, when I dug it up, a lot of the paint came off. So if you're digging up a bottle and you come across one that's painted and you're not sure, make sure you let it dry. Don't just start rubbing it off just to see what you got, because you're going to remove all the paint and you're going to end up with this, right? No paint at all. This is a pop bottle, and I'm quite sure this is an early one. This had paint on it, and I didn't realize that, you know, you could wipe it off, and I wiped it off. So that's a mistake I learned. Maybe you don't have to, but if you're going to collect pop bottles, the best ones to collect, I mean, yeah, there's the Coke and the 7-Ups and whatever pop is in your area. But about 50 years ago, Coca-Cola started buying up all the small local pop bottling companies from local towns. This was manufactured in Gravenhurst, Ontario, Canada, and it's Muskoka Dry Ale, or dry ginger ale. This company was first established in 1873, and then Coca-Cola bought it up, closed it up, and they produced their own ginger ale. But from my understanding is now someone up in Gravenhurst has resurrected this brand, and they are now making it. But for about 50 years they didn't. So you want to find from the local. This is Snort, and this was manufactured in London, Ontario, Canada. And it says on the back, the drinking station of the nation. So you definitely want, like, have a Snort. You definitely want to have local pop manufacturing companies. This is Suncrest, and you'll notice that the paint, it doesn't come off. It will fade in the sun, but it will not come off. Not very good anyways. Alright folks, getting dry. But this is some of my old ones. This bottle here, you can see it, it's lung tonic. So it was probably a fly-by-night company that looks like it was produced in Hull, probably Hull, Quebec, or Hull, it's hard to make, GW Bridges, Hull, lung tonic. A lot of carnivals and people who would go from town to town selling products like this, the main ingredient would be alcohol with some type of spices or herbs or something to give it a smell, but probably 80% of it was alcohol, and it claimed to cure lung disease and whatever other ailments. There's another one here. There's no name on it, but with these bottles, you have to be very careful with the neck. These necks snap off easy. I've found so many of just the base or just the top. Very hard to find. And here's another one. This was Castoria, and it has a little cork. Now this one here would probably be around 1920, maybe a little bit earlier. Pharmaceutical bottles. And you find these little ones. This is a creamer, and this one here would be in the 50s, possibly the 1940s, and restaurants would have this on their table or something like that. But little creamers, I got several of these, and I like these ones here. When I was a kid, we used to get them, and it would come in chocolate milk. Oh, it was the best. I haven't tasted good chocolate milk in cardboard containers. That's what they have them now, or the plastic baggies. I prefer my chocolate milk in the glass. And then you can get these. I got this from an auction sale. It's a beer. It's Carlsberg. Now, of course, I believe the beer is tainted because you can tell by the color, but it has the original cap on it. So when I find these, I got several of these, but you have to keep these out of the sun, because the sun, I don't know if you can notice, but it does slowly dry out. You can see by that little haze, it is slowly drying up. But there was a paper label, and when I bought it at the auction, it was already gone. But I do have some of those. Now you'll notice, you see these, you probably automatically think, oh, that's in 1870s. Nope. This is probably only about 10 years old. It has the marble in it, but this is Italian, and was made to resemble the pop bottles from 1800s. But you'll see that inside it has a rubber. There you go. It has a rubber stopper in there, or a rubber. Damn, I'm having a brain hiccup. But there's a little rubber in there that the cork would go in and seal the pop. And of course, this is just an unnamed medicine bottle. Still, it's an old one. The one thing I love about some of this glass is if you take a look at it, you can see waves. Because it was how it was made. It's just amazing. You can see air pockets or air bubbles. I have one bottle somewhere that has a little stone in the glass still. There's another one here. This is a good one. This is Linda's Pinkham's vegetable compound. You see that? Pinkham's vegetable compound. She made this, or this company made this for quite a while. But you'll see again, you get it. There's one air pocket. There's another one. It's awesome. I like the ones with the air pockets. And of course, this is a kissed pop, and this was manufactured in bottled in Canada in Stratford, Ontario. I believe it's Quebec. And I like these ones here. I got this in an auction. I actually got 6 or 7 of them. And the paper label's still on it. It's got Carlsberg, black label. Very collectible. People like these for their bars and stuff. And something else I collect. Now this one, I go to garage sales and flea markets and other stuff, and I pick these up because, well, one, they're getting rare because glass bottles, but it still has the paper label and it still has a little bit of the magic elixir inside, whatever that was. So this one, this is the Watkins Maple X flavor. So it's made in Canada by the Watkins Company. So this would have been probably from the 1930s, early 40s. Belonged to my wife's grandmother. She a little bit of a pack rat, but she was good. I like pack rats. Here's another one. Rad Cap by Carlington, and this is an ale. It says the paper label on it. Well, they started doing the paper labels after the Second World War, as it was cheap. They could reuse the bottle and then just stick another paper label on it. This one here is from the 60s, Pure Spring. It's a type of a ginger ale. And where was it made? It was made in Ontario. This one. This is one of my larger whiskey bottles. Late 1880s. 1890s probably. It has several bubbles and sand stuck in it. It's rather dusty. Oh, here's another. This one's dirty. I'm sorry, I didn't wipe them off. But this was old. This is O'Keefe's Old Vienna beer. I mean, you can find these at garage sales. If you're over in the UK in boot sales, for next to nothing, pick them up because they are worth money. Like this one was manufactured in Toronto, Windsor, Ontario. Now the label's not in the best of shape. It's not too bad. Okay, folks, I think, I got this. These are the type of milk bottles that were when I was a kid, when the milkman still came to the house. Oh, it was great. It was always nice and fresh. And you guys have seen it. Now, also, this is a canning jar. And it's made out of milk glass. And it's fairly old. It's probably about 50 years old anyways. Made in Canada. But there's a lot of them come out now. Italy is producing a lot of vintage looking style glass. So you got to be careful. And, okay, a couple more. Now, this is a vintage beer bottle. Has the bubbles and little stones in it, but it has that nice blue color. It's before 1920. You can tell by the cap, by the lip. You learn about the lips. The lips will tell you everything you need to know about a bottle. This one here, look at that. You look at these different styles. Like you can go online. I have books on the different corks, tops, but each one tells a story. Like you've got the whole bottle, but it's this part, the top here, that tells the story of the age and even possibly where it was produced. So, folks, this is my last. Oh, this one here, awesome bottle. It's a milk bottle or a cream bottle, and it's fairly old. It was produced in Toronto, Ontario. Now, I talked before on the sun bleaching. This is a natural amethyst bottle. This is how it was produced, and how I know is because I've done a little research into it. And it could have possibly have changed during the process, but this was how it was produced. Because like some are definitely amethyst, but you can tell the ones that are sun bleached or sunburnt. So everyone, this is another one. One of my gin bottles. I have several different styles. This one's, I forget the age of it, but it's one of my older ones because it's before they put gin on it. So it would be well over 100 years old. Anyways, folks, this is my last one before we move, my last video, and we're just about packed up. Like I said, these are the last of my bottles. I'll give you a little peek at what my porch looks like. Yeah. So this is what we're living in with this. You can see my bottle cabinet over there is now empty, and now I have my living room. We are now getting literally boxed in. That corner, my vintage glass. Well, my wife and I's vintage glass is all packed up. All 3 china cabinets. Another thing I'm going to do one of these days is give you a little history on old photos, telling the difference in the ages. There's one there. It's my great grandfather here. So that he was 17, and that was done in about 1882, I believe. But I'll do that another story or another time. So anyways, folks, this is my last one before we move. We're moving this Friday on Thursday. So I'm going to sign off right now. So please like and subscribe and leave your comments below. I really enjoy reading them. The good ones, bad ones, I enjoy them all. Thank you very much, and take care. Talk to you again.